Okay, so we just had a very nice, I should just check. Okay, so we just had a very nice lunch with my mum. Very nice to see her, and we're in Mornington, and of course whenever you're somewhere that you don't go that often, you double check to see if there's any caches around. And even though I have worked and spent time in Mornington, this is just a pre-workout energy drink. I'm trying to do that instead of have Red Bulls. Even though I have spent time in Mornington before, I don't spend too much time here now, so I thought I would do a quick search on the device. I found another one of the dog park, Dog's Trail caches. So it's a Dog's Trail number 23, placed by Beck Giz and Gnome 5580. It is at a place called Butler Reserve, and we're looking for a unique container that blends in well with the environment. Now, the interesting thing is, I noticed that the past log is a did not find on the 4th of the 10th. What's the date today? Oh, it's only 3 days ago. And previous to that were another bunch of did not finds, going back to April this year. Before that, a whole heap of finds. So, and a did not find. They've raised the difficulty rating to a 3.5 to reflect the difficulty. After all, a bunch of did not finds. So a lot of did not finds there, and wow. So last year and into 2022, a bunch of did not finds. And so, yeah, apparently the coordinates, the GPS coordinates have changed a little bit. Apparently it's 10 meters from the original GPS coordinates. And it looks like apparently the area has had a bunch of maintenance done in terms of moving things around and stuff like that. So this one could be a bit of a difficult one. It is a little bit rainy out, so we might be in the rain for this one. But just like the tree cache, it's kind of fun when there's a bit of excitement and a bit of a challenge involved. And a 3.5 difficulty rating out of 5 is a good one for me because I seem to always go for the easy ones. Where was that? There it is. So I've only got one 5-point terrain, which was a 4-point difficulty. I've collected no 4.5 or 5-point difficulties. I'll try and include this little difficulty in terrain statistics into the video here so that you can see what I'm looking at. Most of mine have been in the 1.5 difficulty range and only a 1 or a 2. Sorry, in the 1.5 terrain and a difficulty of 1 or 2. So I'm a easy cacher, which doesn't surprise me. But with the advent of this video, or these videos, I want to try and do some more of those. So we're going to navigate our way to this dog park, and we're going to find, it's very, very close, and there's a bunch of other ones that we might try and hit. When I turn this off, or when I turn this back on again, hopefully we'll be parking at the park. Asha. Okay, we've made it to the park. This is going to be what I feel like is a pretty easy one. SL Butler Reserve. is what it's called. The cache is over there. It might be in the sign like a previous one has been, but we're going to have a bit of an explore, a bit of a sniff, a bit of a roll around. Is she going to roll? Is she going to roll? Here we go. The roll is coming. Going to rub herself. There you go. Is there enough smells for Doctor as well to rub herself in something? Yes, there is. Get down and dirty. Oh, we've just noticed that I've got the ball. But we're going to check this park out. Very interestingly, it seems that there's a improvised water bottle, or water, not a bottle, a water bowl, water trough. Nice reusing of an old pot. Same here. And Ajax's bark book nook. I love that. So what have we got in here? Oh, it's a book library. That's fantastic. Dogs for Dummies, travelling with pets. Oh, travelling with pets. Thank you. Feel free to borrow, exchange, swap any book in our bark book nook. I love these things. I love the idea of community sharing like this. And somebody has put some effort in to make that and put it together. Good work, Ajax's bark book nook. I wish I had a book that I could swap. Anyway, cue some footage of the dogs running around and looking cute. They've had a run round, the dogs, but they've both gone back to the gate that we came in. So, it's weird. Like they've got a good memory in terms of like they know where we came in, but for some reason they just don't want to play today. We've only been, what is it? It's 11:11. We've only been out of the house for a couple of hours and they've spent a lot of their time just sitting. So, just like me, they're very much introverts and they like to sit at home. So, maybe they've had enough caching already. The cache is not in the immediate spot that I thought it would be. We're about 10 metres away from where the coordinates are. So that's where the cache is, sorry. So I am roughly at the coordinates. And it also said it looks like this area has had some changes made around the garden. And I'm pretty sure the original cache has been buried in the pine bark. So I've replaced the cache and moved it a little bit so it's still well hidden. This cache blends in very well with its surroundings and is hard to spot, plus it is a very busy area on occasions, which is why the D rating is so high. Be patient and pick your time between dog walking muggles, and please make sure you rehide the cache properly when you leave so it's fun for the next finders. Good luck. So, the description then says, you're looking for a unique container that blends in very well with its environment. This park has the potential to be very busy, so please use stealth when retrieving and placing the cache, and please make sure there is plenty of camouflage when re-hiding. Let's go to the hint. Leave no stone unturned. So, this is roughly where the the original coordinates are pretty much right here in this corner here, which makes sense, but about 10 metres away is 10 metres that way. So let's walk around this mulched area, and this is clearly what they mean about the mulched area. So I'm guessing that it was up there somewhere. "10 meters would suggest somewhere here, I would say. Just here. But I'm going to try over here. Now, the hint was no stone left unturned. What's the bet that it's this piece of wood right here? That would have been cool. How cool would it have been if I'd come over and said, "Hey, I bet it's this piece of wood." And then if I'd lifted up that piece of wood and found it, that would have been cool. What you doing, doggies? What you doing? Yeah. I don't know why I've assumed that it's over here, though. Why would it not be that way? For some reason, they really just want to go home or leave. Now, 10 meters suggests any kind of radius. Just because it said stone. Just because it said stone was why I was thinking that one. Leave no stone unturned. I'm going to turn the camera off and have a look, because I've got no idea. Is that a path? But there's not going to be a path. Okay, so using the new coordinates, it's in there, which is where I was a minute ago when the dogs went for those other dogs. So was it originally down there maybe, and it's been brought up here? And it says no stone left unturned. So my theory is I'm looking for a stone or a rock. I feel like this one's going to take a while. These coordinates are not right from where I'm going right now, but damn it. What's that? The problem is, given that it's a dog path or dog park, some of these what look like paths in here are dog paths. So they're nothing to do with caching. Anyway. Okay, well, it's starting to lightly rain, and the dogs are barking at the gate because they want to leave. So we're probably going to just head off. I'm going to try and find at least another one, or decide on one or two to try and hit on the way home, because we're out and about, and I've got this footage, so I want to use this footage with a find. But it's over there somewhere, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Gonna have to, yeah, maybe, hopefully somebody else will find it soon and I can use their log as a hint and a guide, but we're, just getting the ball. we're done for the day on this one, unfortunately. What was it called again? Dog's Tale number 23 has bested us for today. We will be back though. I say this all the time, but one of the things I love about caching is the fact that it takes you to places that you wouldn't necessarily normally go to. One of the other places that it takes you is to places that you've been past 100 times before and you never realised that there was a cache or that there was something more or different about it. And that's where we're going to try and hit on the way home. Should I be saying cache or cache? It's got an E on the end of it, so I always assumed it was cache. But I know Americans especially call them caches. So tell me in the comments. Oh, I feel dirty for saying that. Hey guys, hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. Do it. I don't like asking and suggesting that you do it because it just feels so fake. Okay. We're now at another spot. Quick bit of history. We're in Mornington, and Mornington used to have a railway line that came off the Frankston line, I believe. Or something similar, or something like that. And like a lot of old pieces of infrastructure, you can still see evidence of it based on the way roads are made and all that kind of stuff. And so it also goes around a creek. There's actually, it's part of the train line is actually still there because there's historic trains. I think there's a historic steam train or something that goes along here occasionally. But we're going into very close to the Tanty Creek for anyone who's watching at home and knows the area. Mornington Railway number 8, New Mornington Station is where we're going. A series of caches along the historic Mornington Baxter branch line. Each of the traditional caches contains part of a set of coordinates for the final mystery cache in the series. So we're going to grab the caching log bag and write some notes because I want to keep hold of that information. Tree base is the hint. Past logs all are found. Thanks for the cache. Thanks for the cache. Yeah, lots of positive finds and stuff like that. So we'll see how much the dogs actually want to run and we'll go find the cache. Do you guys want to go? Yeah? Do you want to go find a cache? I'm not really that excited. So the cache is over my right shoulder that way. But I feel like going for a walk. So we're going to try and get to number 7 in this series, which I'll include a map right here, is a bit of a way around this winding road, winding path. It's just a very nice little walking path, it looks like. So we're just going to see how far we can go following the old train line. I've swapped out the batteries in the memory card again, so I've got plenty of battery and footage. Yeah, just going to see how we go. Get a nice long dog walk in. As is often the case, beautiful area that I would never have normally come to if it wasn't for caching. People who get to use this path as a dog walk on a regular basis are very lucky. Now it says no public down there, even though I think I can see a path down there. The cache is, not sure what the likelihood of being able to see that is. I'll include a screenshot. The cache is just in amongst there, so we're going to go through here. And we'll come around. I feel like it might actually be down the tracks on the other side. So I'm going to go back to the other side and go down the tracks, because as much as I enjoy bush bashing, I do also like areas being sectioned off away from human traffic so that nature can do its thing. So we're going to come at it from the other angle. Given that this is a seldomly used railway line, I'm not too worried about there being trains, but you never know. So we'll keep an eye out for that as well. So this section just here right next to the tracks is very much feels like it's been walked on by people. And I'm now in range. It is definitely in that area. Definitely feel like I should have just come from that side where we just were. Definitely come at it from the wrong side. Beer cans and plastic bottles and shopping bags. What looks like a bit of a human path here. And what? The hint is bot. Bot. What would bot mean? So it says under tree. So a lot of finds. Under tree. I feel like the phone is giving me some off coordinates. So I'm going to have a rummage around without the camera and the phone and see what I can find. I thought to myself, this looks like a spot for a cache. Still don't know what bot means. Bottom of tree. Bottom of tree. So there it is. Down there. So, little rubber ducky. I'm going to get some flying photos of this because I believe this is the kind of information that I will need in the future. But I will also include them in the video. So, But I love those kind of little bits of extra effort that people put in. Like when I climbed the tree recently, for the cache, I love the fact that another guy put a geocoin in there. It's all about the amount of effort you put in and the amount of effort that other people put in that benefits geocaching. So, on that note, just going to grab a random sticker, going with a young lady who doesn't seem to have positioned her snorkeling mask quite correctly. Oh, pardon me. Again, it might seem really wanky, this thing, but oh my god, especially if you cover it up like that, works really well for when you're doing caching stuff. It would have been great in the tree, but I would have been able to open it up and do stuff, but them's the breaks. Okay. This has been a real worthwhile extension to our walk and to our day, so we're now going to go back and try and find the original one back near the car that we originally were trying to find. So, apparently it's directly in there. Yellow lid, small plastic container. The hint is tree base, and absolutely heaps of positive finds. So I was barely even looking for it, and it doesn't have a yellow lid at all, but that's the plastic container, which looks like a vitamin thing. Now it's got, this is interesting. Let me reset everything, and I'll pull it open and we'll have a look in a chat. So the previous one, there was that little, they're chasing the dogs are chasing a magpie, which is bloody stupid, because magpies will swoop and attack them. Wait. The previous cache said that you got to find a clue or find some information for a bigger cache. There is a German Shepherd off in the distance. Oi! But it looks like they're walking away from us, so I don't know what these idiots are barking at. Now, the previous cache had a, it said you needed to get a clue or get some information for the bigger one. Each of the traditional caches contains part of a set of coordinates for the final mystery cache in the series. Now, I've stupidly not fully read all the information and got that clue or that piece of information, but this one has it written on the lid as well as here in the log, code B3. So I've missed something on that other one. So I'm going to sign this one, and I'm going to write down in my notes B3, and when I prep for my next attempt at the next the next, the other caches in the series that I go for, I will have the information of B3. But I'm annoyed that I sort of screwed that up. What did I say the date was? Okay, that's done. B3. I'll add more notes to that when I get home. Yet again, that's kind of the thing I like about caching, is taking down notes, going to places that you don't normally go to, all that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm talking about that in every video at the moment, but that is the case, that every new cache is a new adventure. And then when they're all part of a series, it's one big adventure. So that's back in, and I'm going to throw a sticker in there, even though there's no other. Even though caching's done mostly by middle-aged men, I still like the idea that it's for kids, and so putting that sticker, that doesn't feel appropriate. Marilyn Monroe doesn't feel appropriate either. Lipstick doesn't feel appropriate. These stickers aren't necessarily fully appropriate. Wonder Woman eating an icy pole, not appropriate. Feel like that'll be acceptable. Might have to get some more stickers. Funny that something made for the military is so beneficial for caching. Okay, it is back in its hidey spot. And I was about to say I don't know where my dogs are, but they're right here. So that's been a fun cache. I've got to log in here as well. I kind of don't want to go home. I kind of want to try and find more caches. I'm just having a lot of fun today for some reason. Looking at the map here, I have actually gotten two other caches in this, or one other cache in this series. So, number 8. So that was number 8 in the Mornington Railway series. Number 1 is kilometres away on a completely different thing, suburb. So we're not going to hit that at all today, or without planning, and probably without driving. So I think we're going to end it today at that stage. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. I was meant to be doing something this afternoon, but I think I'm going to reschedule that to tomorrow, because this has been too much fun. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the end of the day for caching. But it's been a fun one. Obviously back in the car. That was actually the railway. So the railway line still goes through the road just here, and that was actually the railway that we just crossed over and went bump, bump, bump. I don't want to go home just yet. I want to keep caching. And so I found another one that's not that hard to get to, which is still part of the railway line series. So we're going to try and hit that one. Then there's another dog park couple that I want to try and hit as well. And so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We don't come up to Mornington that often. It's not the big city, but it is the biggest city near my place. Not that I live in the sticks or anything, but in terms of big cities and what have you. So I feel like I want to take advantage and try and get as many caches as I can whilst I'm up here. We're going to try to get as many as we can whenever we can in areas that we are when we've got time. So I'm going to be somewhat rude to my friend and say I'm not going to go mow our lawn this afternoon because it's wet and rainy. Luckily, later in the week, we've got some better weather. Oh, this is awkward. I think this is the road I should be going down. It feels like the right road. So yeah, I just hope that the battery holds off. Luckily, because the mobile phone has good reception or good quality cameras these days, I can use that. A little bit of naughty looking at my phone right now. Yep, we're going the right way. So yeah, we're going to try and get as many caches as we can. This one, as I said, is another series in the railway line series. I'm not completely convinced, so I'm just going to pull over here and take a look. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to try and hit another cache now, and then we'll see what happens from there. The dogs are probably very tired, but it's good to give them an extra long run every now and again. Oh no, I've gone well past it. U-turn time. Looks like it would have been a right width for a train line at some point, wouldn't it? And there's what looks like Peninsula Trail. Doctor. If I take a picture of that, wonder if I can, yeah. This looks like one of those little walkways that I absolutely love because it's a perfect spot, as you can see. An absolute classic geocache. Mint tin, covered in black paint, magnet on the back, on the other side of a fence. Fantastic. Always fantastic. I've just realised that I've actually got very little memory card left, so... Doctor! So we'll see how we go for the rest of the caches. But I'm going to sign this logbook and get on out of here. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing or if it's what part of the personality generates this kind of action. But I've decided to head on into town. And when I mean head into town, I mean to the main strip. And see if I could. I was considering buying a new memory card to add to my memory cards anyway. And so I'm going to head in and see if I can get a memory card, some batteries, and some food for the dogs. Okay, I'm going to head in and I'm going to try it and see what I can find and be very quick, and hopefully everything works out okay. Hope you guys are going to be okay. I think they will be. We'll see. So, complete success. Got 4 of these little babies for the dogs. The dogs have had these previously as sort of emergency food, so it'll give them a little snack for the rest of the day. When we get home, of course, they'll have a full, proper meal. And even though supermarkets are ripping us off a little bit at the moment because there's a bit of a duopoly going on here in this country. I was able to go and get a 32 gigabyte memory card and 4 rechargeable batteries. That has been a complete success. Oh my God, I need to pee. Yowza. Okay, here we go. So hopefully the next time I speak to you, I will be on a new memory card and with new batteries. And then we can get back to this impromptu marathon caching session. So, we've had great success getting some memory cards and what have you. And we're now about to hit another dog's tail cache in this lovely dog park. But first we're going to sit in this absolutely beautiful rotunda, I guess it would be called. So we finished eating. Ash is showing a little signs of being a bit cold because it is quite cold here and they're pretty wet overall. They dry off really quickly, these dogs. It really does make me think that humans getting rid of fur in our evolution was a real big mistake. If we had fur, we would not need all these fancy bits of clothing. The fact that we're just skin is really kind of stupid. Anyway, bit of a tangent. The cache is in here somewhere. They've chosen the Staffordshire Bull Terrier for this one. I should say it's a another dog's tail one. This is dog's tail number 4. It is just over there on the other side of the path and the gate. And lots of founds. People have found it with no problem. This was apparently a 4 out of 5 paws from the dog Ebony, who apparently this is one of her favourite parks, so that's very nice to hear. The cache you're looking for is a mint tin, same as that classic one that we saw at the railway one just recently, hidden in a familiar way. So I'm going to assume it's magnetised on something. So I'm going to use my seriously loving this thing. Having a pocket right there on your chest is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's head on in. Doctor! Doctor! Come on. Good girl. You can tell it's a dog park. There's already a tennis ball and some poo bags. Okay, so based on where the map said, it's over here. It's a mint tin. I'm going to guess it's behind the dog signs and the no bike sign. Yep. That's it right there. It's not that cold. It's certainly windy. Just based on that, this looks like a really nice dog park. So we're going to go explore after I quickly sign this. This is like a plastic version of a hider key that you would have near your front door. Let's go dog park. So the goal is to get this one, which will put me at 325 caches total, and will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Will be our 5th for the day. Tried to find 6, didn't find the 6th one, so 5 finds. 5 finds for today. I kind of like it when you have to go walking for a cache, but this one's actually really close to the car park. So we might not do much walking because just off camera here, the 2 dogs are quite okay with just sitting. I'm going to do that. So we won't do too much walking, I don't think, here. I think this is going to be a pretty quick. I just looked over that way, and there's a post box that's one of the post boxes that the postie collects mail from. Ebony the dog has given this one a 5 out of 5 paws. The breed of dog that they've chosen is a Spaniel. The cache you're looking for is a magnetic key hider. Please make sure it stays hidden from view and keep in mind the D rating, which I assume is difficulty. Why can't they just say difficulty? Extremely busy area. So the reason I laughed was that I looked over there and I saw the box, and that I knew where the map says the cache was, and I saw the box and went, it's a magnetic, it's on there. So it's going to be under that, in that green box, under that green box. But even though the park's that way, Doctor, come here. Actually, come here. If I stand here, there's people parking and all sorts of stuff. That's kind of silly. Can I just look at all these parking spots? Beautiful amount of parking spots. And then this idiot in the Nissan decides to park over there. What the hell? Fantastic dog park. Lots of space and lots of games and stuff, but just a few too many muggles. This is actually going to be a hard one to get due to the difficulty due to the amount of muggles. So, yeah. Dogs are tired, though. Dogs, they're already at the gate and want to go home. Oh, my God. There are so many people here right now. I can't even tell you. Like, a school's just dropped off some kids. There are kids getting picked up from school. Um, it, there's very little chance of getting the case right now. And I don't want to leave without it. So it's 3:27. The dogs are quite tired. Hello, Ashy. I love you. They had a good bark at a Labrador. We went for a bit of a walk around the park. A very nice lady was all like, "Oh, my dog will bark, but then just run away." And I'm like, "That's cool. Mine will chase." But they sort of told each other off and then left it at that. Um, Look, we've got nowhere to be, so we're going to sit and wait for a bit. We'll give it some time and see what happens. It might be that this is just a school pickup. The lady next door, in the car next to us, is taking photos of her and her dog, which is great. Yeah, we'll see. I was just about to get out and go have a go, but there's a person and the dog coming and a car coming in. Okay, dog's gone past. Just got to wait for that guy over there. Hopefully that person is leaving. Good. I'm pretty sure there's no one in those cars over there, so hopefully it won't be a problem. That guy's got double beagles. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I don't know how dodgy I must look, but I got it. Yep. Number of bugs in there. Good thing I'm not squeamish. Oh. Okay. I need to pee again, so that's wonderful. Oh man, do I need to pee again. I got over there and I felt around underneath and I missed. So before, when I felt around under there, I missed it by like centimeters. But I felt around and I found a magnet similar to the one on the back there. And it wasn't attached to anything. And so I got worried. I was like, ah, shit. There's a lady looking at her phone just there. I feel like just going over and doing it, putting it back and coming back without worrying. Yeah, she's too busy looking at her phone. I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, that's it for the day. Oh my god. I'm going to sign the digital log, and then I am heading home. My feet are a little bit cold. I've got wool socks on, but these shoes have still got a bit of seeping when it comes to water. So they're wet and they're a bit cold. Yeah. I am very, very pumped to get home, have a shower, go to bed. But oh my god, do I need to pee? I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, signing the digital cache, logging off, cue the final music and cue the drive home. Oh, what a day. 5 caches. Good work, team.